All right, guys.
Your intro.
Welcome back to TrashTrade. Of course, VJ had to talk over me with that intro as soon as I had to say welcome everyone. But anyway, we're back here. VJ's shitty ass motherfucking trade. He's gonna.
Imagine this guy not doing the same. Oh, my bad. Did I interrupt again like you always do? Oh, okay. I thought this is what we do in the show.
I'll actually
All
have
right,
to
get back.
correct
Get
you
back to
there,
it.
and I don't have any trashy trades. It's just you, pretty exclusively. So yeah, VJ's learning along here. He's got a lot of mistakes to share. Um, you know,
Let's go back and see into the last episode when this guy said, I have to take a break. I was literally going insane. Losing is taking over my life. I'm in a serious recession. My name is Luca. Does anyone remember that episode? Oh, yeah, that was the last one. We probably still have yet to release it. He's probably already burned the clips. This is how
I burned
genuine
it
he is.
all. I burned it
What's
all. It's not just the clips; the whole episode's gone. Anyway, VJ's got some lessons to learn. He's fucked up really bad, and we're gonna switch to VJ losing as always. So anyway, I hope you guys last like the last couple episodes. They were great. We're keeping it insistent on the clips. Some shit is happening along with the Discord, whatever. There's some Levi's. There's some fucking crazy people. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the viewers. And yeah, VJ's got a lot to learn here.
Let me go ahead and say this. We appreciate the viewers so much.
So
I'm
much.
going to apologize for this intro
Wow.
because
Okay.
Luca didn't even say, thanks you guys for listening. How you guys doing? Didn't give a shit. He just went in. I mean, the intro is ass, but it is sort of representative of the show. Just Luca losing his mind and just probably being sleep deprived, which I get. And
Yep.
blaming me for delaying the show, even though his connection is terrible.
I mean,
How's
we'll
it
see.
feel?
We'll see. I don't think I'll be cutting out here and there with this fucking episode, but all right,
No,
it's
not.
whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's fucking. Let's go. All right, roll the intro.
Order filled.
As we
And
just
the intro
said,
got ruined.
VJ got a lot of shit to learn, a lot of money he's lost. So, yeah, let's go, VJ. Let's hear about your red streak.
Mm, mm. I did have a red streak,
I'm
and
fucking with you.
it happens to everyone. Happens to everyone, but I don't wish them on the best. I would jump forward, but sort of give up what happened here. But I had a pretty terrible day where I sort of started trading like a fucking idiot. For some reason, find myself a little distracted to get into that. So we'll just go into the play here first. So there's a couple plays. This is like the last week or so. Here's the 14th, and we're here on this day, the 6th of December, 14th of November. As you can see, we've been sort of stuck in a range, just sort of chopping around. When before this, we were really running it up in this buy model.
Run it
We get
up.
to this critical area and we're consolidating. This little area is the 50% mark or the consequent encroachment
Ooh.
of a daily fair value gap. And so as you can see, we haven't got there. We've tapped the top of the gap, but we haven't gotten to here. So we get into here, and I'm expecting, okay, we're going to take out like the daily, if this is IRL, this consequent encroachment of this fair value gap, which is internal range liquidity.
Ooh.
Then we're probably going to head to this external range liquidity, which are like the daily highs. They're not the swing highs. That would be the
Yes.
swing daily high, but these sort of existed, and there's like an NWAG gap in there, new week opening gap in there
Ooh.
too. So I was like, this is a good target.
I
As you
like
can
it.
see on the hour from this daily fair value gap, we're starting to break structure. Here's a high, barely break it, not too much. Probably come in the OTE of this area. This is like as one of our members calls a balanced price range. He doesn't know what it is. I do. That's crazy. And comes into there of this BPR slash wick, probably like the halfway of this wick. Acts as support. We invert this fair value gap. Even
mm.
come back and sort of tap this area, take off again. You could even do fibs off of here. And as you can see, this probably at is an OTE entry in this fair value gap into this on a higher time frame is probably like an order block as well. And as you can see, we're pushing up. We break the structure again, and this is the day that we're trading on. So I'm like, okay, I'm expecting to push up. Right, we've
Okay.
been pushing up. This seems like our smart money reversal. We could
Yeah.
go into shorter time frames and look at it. Yeah, and then we start breaking structure up, and you can sort of see, we keep breaking structure, going up into here, and we'll go back to that real quick because it's the highest time frame we could watch. And as you can see, we have this order block here, hourly order block.
Hmm.
I just took the top of the wick because it's the one that's most pertinent here when it taps it. Here's an hourly fair value gap. As you can see, the bodies are respecting it very much so, the bottom of it. And there's a 15-minute fair value gap that is, oh, my bad. That is right here. It's overlapping this, right? So, and
Oh,
also
okay.
the Asia lows. So Asia ran, took out this high, which was my target. I was hoping that it would be there, and then consolidated. And I realized, like, okay, Asia highs for the day are right here. And if you take the range from here to this high, we're back in the OTE range. So this is 7:30, and there's a news event, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, at like 8:30.
damn.
So I was trying to look into something to play into it for these obvious draws and these potential. So you see the NWOG right there, right? The gap,
Yes.
and then these equal highs.
What
This
is
is
an
a new
NWOG, VJ?
NWOG is a new week opening gap. Essentially, it's the gap between the close on Friday and the open on Sunday for futures. It tends to be a good draw of price. I don't have the indicator on. There's some good indicators for it. And on different time frames, they'll sort of change. This one, I'm just leaving it here because there's also like a liquidity high there as well. Also, there's like an order block. There's a lot of things sort of here that you'll sort of see around NWOGs. I don't honestly use them that much. I'll click them on my charts on and off occasionally. But as you can see, I'll probably be looking at these highs. And honestly, I think these are hourly highs right here. Or maybe 15 or 5 minutes, something. There's some sort of high. Yeah, I don't know. As you can see, the NY here is slightly different than it would be on the 15-minute. But it's a good draw. When you notice them there, the things you're already aiming, it's even better.
Hmm.
I know people who use them as their primary PD arrays. Luke, I believe you do. You like to use them, and they're very good. They're time based PD arrays, which are
Yes.
very good. Take a look at like what the 9:30, 9 o'clock like order block sort of does fair value gap. You'll see even here this fair value gap was made like right at close or right at Asia, excuse me. But this was made right at close. This order block. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I.
This one was made power hour. This one was made or oh right maybe I don't even know. This was made. You know what I'm saying? There's just like different things you can sort of check and see.
Yeah.
You should see when news affects it, whatnot. So we'll go into the lower time frame. I think maybe I even entered on the one, but that'll sort of recreate these. This day went crazy because like actually you'll sort of see. So we're here. As you can see, we get in this PD array and OTE,
Okay.
and we're displacing over these swing highs right here. Made a fair value gap right
Yeah.
there. I'll draw it for everyone so we can see it a little better. And
Okay.
I'm looking to like maybe take an entry here, have a stop like around here under the order block. You know, about like 9, 10 point stop even. This is suitable. This sort of RDRB area is getting inverted. Small fair value gap already gets in here. It looks like based on the draws and the support and going into 8:30, me trying to establish like an early position. Probably scale some here. Scale if I can get.
Yeah.
I think it went pretty light, maybe like you know whatever. So that's fine. That's actually beautiful, right? This order block holds. These are sort of like and this is all pre news. So
See, I definitely like how so straight away I really like how you went on the hourly. I like the 15-minute gap. I like the hourly order block. I like the gap. So now I'm assuming that you're looking for sort of a reaction from this 15-minute gap in this order block to like displace further upwards and you catch an entry for higher liquidity. Am I correct?
I'm already in here.
Okay.
I'm already entered. So here I'm already in. I moved it over just so it was, 'cause I had to
Okay.
draw this one.
Yeah.
So I already entered, and my stop is like below here. And I entered on this candle. I think this wicking candle, which is fine, and it's 8:05. And I'm expecting the news volatility comes in at 8:30 to sort of help deliver me here. And I have a higher time bias towards here. These highs really here and maybe even higher.
Okay.
And sorry guys, this would be cleaner on the day. As you can see, like I have this even as like the potential draw, and I'm anticipating. Okay, we made a sell model, cleared up some of this fucking movement,
Yeah.
and then we're just making a buy model up from this daily fair value gap. And I'm just anticipating that it's gonna. Sorry, I could put this on the hourly, easier. So I'm anticipating. Oh shit.
I definitely like how you kind of mapped out your area because straight away I
Mm-hmm.
really like how you're looking for the rate on liquidity, you're looking for the liquidity to be swept, and then you're trying to catch an entry. No, normally I don't really do that, so I really like how you plotted out that 15-minute for value gap. You were looking as that to be your raid, and for a reversal from
Well,
there.
this is like not even the true raid. This is a PD array, like interaction. But this Asia low is a raid.
Okay.
So Asia low is there, and also three drives pattern. So they sort of manufacture liquidity on the way down. These bounces
Yes.
and people, and they sort of don't even need that. And then all of these getting taken, okay, and then this Asia low getting taken all in this OTE of this range is like pretty low risk, especially the stop. I believe, yeah, it's like 11 points.
Yeah.
And going into news, like I was already anticipating getting out some here, and from here to here is like 15 points, which isn't much, but it's enough to like reduce risk, like to get me, whatever. And actually, hold on, something.
But was I just want to ask, is that your stop placement, or was it at the previous low, or
Yeah,
what
no,
were
my
you
stop
thinking?
placement
Okay.
is here, this previous low. And I figured that if he comes into this fair value gap, based on how it interacted with the CE,
Yeah.
it'll need to come lower, and
Ah,
I
okay.
don't
I
want to
gotcha.
have to deal with that. So I'll probably come and sweep all of this.
Okay.
So I was like, this is, and it's very reasonable. I mean, like, what is the risk reward's 5. And I went pretty light, and it's pre news. So I'm like hoping to get some off here and then just let the rest get carried.
Okay.
I think it was 5 micros. And then so 8:30 news comes in, right? So it's 8:10. Okay, so I already took one trim, and I'm like, I could be wrong because we've been going down. We might need more of this. Who knows? This is pre-news. You just never know. But I've already taken trims,
Yeah.
and I'll manually close if my stop doesn't work.
Yes.
And just watch it. And let's see what happens here. See, that still looks fine to me. We wake up, but then this volume imbalance here on the 5 pulled us up
Yes.
almost in another OTE of this range. Yeah,
Okay. I gotcha.
618. Very nice, or in that order block. Like we're still just being held up, even though it looks scary for a second. So this is like the type of stuff I do while I'm. We're going up. Shit looks Gucci. 825. Bing bong. We hit it all. I was out. And so the day started well. I had an account where I realized I could push it more. I wanted to avoid making a payment on it this coming week. And so I hit this with minis actually. And I hit
Wow.
$1,200. Yeah.
Damn.
Trimmed one there and then like here sold like right here. I think like and it like amounted to like $1,200, $1,300. And then I proceed to do some amazingness. So here the target's been hit. It's 8:30, and I even forget like we have these draws here, and like it just continues. And I'm like, oh shit, like I didn't even need to sell all that, but I had like plenty of like what I'm saying, like I didn't want to make more than that. I was getting close to that minimal like 1,500 that's on top step, so I was just like, okay. And so I'm like waiting for like just like later to take a trade, right? 9:30, and I'm hoping for a Judas downwards, and we continue up, right? We made these nice PD arrays. Maybe we come down here, and then we continue to this draw that's up here, right? A few hundred points away, but like this is where I think that we're going.
Okay.
And it is 9:25, and I realize, okay, we made a slight move up, took that liquidity over here, these equal highs, fill this gap, and just straight down. There's really no entry. Like, that's right on the 9:30 candle. You just had to have known. And it does look like it's going to push up again, right? Right before this on the 1 minute drops, 9:30, wicks instant dumps. And there's no like real retrace. It just dumps, 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 right?
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, okay. Can't get into those shorts. It is what it is. Because a lot of these, even if I'm bullish, like I'll like to get out 50% of the range. You can almost like
Yeah.
take a fade from here to here, and it's a little bit further. I think the low's over here. But if you do something like this, and then like probably start getting out there. And it's a nice little move so far. It's like 70 points. Beautiful, right? This is 60, 70. Like, fuck it. We'll start looking on the one to get to this thing. And then we get, and like, I'm just waiting for my bullish bias, right? And then I realize that this happens. Let's get to here. It's better.
So even though it
Okay.
arrived back into your stop loss, quote unquote, where your long bias would be discredited, now you're
Mm-hmm.
still with you're still on the long bias, even though you said that you'd be discredited if it came
Yeah,
down to
because
here.
because everything's timing. So first of all, understand my reasoning.
Okay.
This is a shallow sweep, so
Yeah.
it just made relatively equal highs with these, right?
Yes.
So it's still looking like a likely target. This was so quick when you think about the timing in the Judas and it being down here. Now it's 10 o'clock, okay? And this could just be the fake move down before the move up,
Okay.
okay? Right? So this is my whole reasoning. I'm like, okay, let's go back to here. Now we're like in extreme discount down here. And if we move back into the range quick, we just swept this high and we might value this thing again. That happens sometimes. Inducement back into the same retake and then go. Choppy delivery, but like, Asia, it came back for Asia lows and then popped and then came back. I was like, oh, it could be sort of a weird seek and destroy. So I decide to, with a pretty tight stop, even like 10-point stop,
Yeah,
like
that's crazy
long
tight.
it at this point, yeah. Because this is a turtle soup type of stop. And I think, yeah, this is where it gets crazy though. On the same account, trying to get some money, I long it here. Okay.
At this
And
candle
I'm
right
like,
here,
on this candle,
on the
yeah.
minute, 1 minute.
On the 1 minute, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. And because I see this extra sweep here, I'm just like, you know what? It could do it. I'm going to push my stop up fast. and I'm going to take profits done this quick.
Okay.
And it's not going to be, honestly, my stop might have been even like right here type of thing. But I sort of like, we'll just say it's like right here. Okay.
That's
So,
insane.
like, this is why turtle soups, like, yeah, you have to do this. It's not a good type of, and honestly, this is like more of a reach. Like, I was probably running high on this, and this is why this is the trash trade. I went through my other trades, and I just was like, this is not as bad as the shit that I was doing. Because this actually sent me on a spiral for the day.
Okay.
Which I haven't been in. I started trading a completely different type of way, sort of like a kind of like how you've been trading. That's what I started doing. I started doing stuff that I was doing pre-Bryce level, scalping singular candles. You see all this work for this, and then to get to where I get to, this is a whole story. It's very disappointing. It was one of the most disappointing days of my life. I bounced, or in my trading, but I bounced back, and you know, but I couldn't. I can't remember anything more than these because that's how crazy my trading went.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I long, and it longs. Like I long when it's like on its like way up, and it doesn't like really like stop me out. But this is what happens. I try to get out here, and this is like, yeah, like a 10-point candle, 15-point candle exactly. And I was with two minis, and I just try to trim one and push my stop to break even, free trade. I go up, the candle goes up. I accidentally hit the wrong button, and I add
No.
instead of trim. So now, without even realizing it, instead of like having a entry down here, my entry's like up here. Hold on, let me turn this off. It's like up here ish. I literally added like at the top. Okay. And I'm in with three minis now. Okay.
Wow.
And then this candle happens. And in here, this push down from here, from like whatever this was to here, like it hits like the stop that I have like placed. And this times three minis, something between this and like 20 points on three minis, like occurs. And I take this whole thing back because I only took this with like 5 micros, right? And I trimmed most right here. Trimmed three right here.
Yeah.
Got those two out immediately. Didn't get the rest of the run. And this thing takes those gains and then some. And that sets me, even though I knew I should have stopped, I was like, yeah, it's like a free account, so whatever. Are we good? It's whatever. Like, this trade, like, does, like, it doesn't really matter because, like, I already actually got. But then what happened, and this is why this trade becomes even trashier, is that, like, I just go to a place where I'm like, okay, I'll, like, take shitty setups and, like, scalp candles. And I get into, like, weird setups where, like, I'm shorting here with a tight stop, and then the candle comes back against me, and I'm like, oh, there it
Okay.
is, and I'm just like accruing these losses. And at some point, there's nothing else to show on the chart really. At some point, I just like later on in the day, I come to, and I make just two solid trades,
Yeah.
but I keep my main accounts like down to like just $150 loss. However, that free account that I was trading this on, that was up 1,200 off of this trade, but then I wanted. Oh no, I traded this with minis, excuse me. But then I traded this with more minis and ended up being negative. Watch this loss, and then I was trading with like minis off and on, trying to scalp candles. It was terrible. Trying to like catch every bounce. I don't think bounces really happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, it was just fucked, dude. And I
Okay.
just got to this place where I'm just like trying to play this fucking nonsense. And it was perfect just example on like no matter how much control you have, no matter how much developing you have, you could easily like sort of lose track and just get into these weird things. Like I was doing shit I hadn't done since like February.
Wow.
Like I didn't even just scalping candles. Like oh it's going down. Oh yeah, it's going down. Just like working that bullshit. And it wasn't until I came to like later on the day I made some of it back, but this is what I did. This account where I traded this on, I blew it in all this nonsense. And then I took one of my serious accounts, I traded down negative 500. Then I came to, I brought it to a negative 150. Two trades, I said, we're done.
Okay.
And then the next day, reset the account, traded it with 8 micros on 3 plays, and now that account is up. This account that I blew is up higher than it was at the time when this play was done, which is crazy.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you
so
really you lost control, basically.
I lost control, and then like literally 2 days later on NFP day, like showed exactly how much damage I could do with micros, not even minis. I'm over here getting minis, and over there I did way more damage, fewer plays, micros, chilling, trusting my process. I just lost my mind. This was the same. This was the day before we recorded the last episode.
Okay, I understand.
And
So
I was like, and you were talking about your losses. I'm like, yeah, no, trust me, I know what's. I lost too.
so can you
This was
plot some of the
I have no idea. Luca, I lost my mind. I don't even know which candles I tried to scalp.
okay.
There's no like I have no idea except those two trades. I was doing that much shit. Even my winners, like it was like so late in the day. Like I traded like late in the day and like caught like the most random bullshit.
Yeah, I understand.
Disgusting. And just like the amount of work we did, and just like insisting it was gonna go up. Like, come on, it did nothing of the
Can you
sort.
plot the second trade, VJ?
Um, right here.
Okay.
You gotta understand. It really ended up like this, now did it?
Wow. So I honestly,
It was this.
what was your price targets for that trade?
Oh, that's what I had before, bro. Didn't even get close because it hit that and it was like, we need to more.
Okay.
And it was
So
a choppy week. You feel what I'm saying? Like
I understand.
it's not insisting on being like so like accurate. And I was just like, oh, it has to go get that. No, it doesn't have to do shit. It could be bullish, it could be bearish. Just the rest of the week chop, we still haven't gotten to this high.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand. I feel
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to really like display that sort of attitude. But I mean I feel like especially in that second trade, I it was a little red flaggy to me
Yeah.
because
I
that
completely
second
agree.
trade
Completely
is
agree.
it like I was listening. I was very attentive with that second trade,
Mm-hmm.
but you went against a lot of what made your first trade work out. I really
Yeah.
liked your first trade. Your first trade was fantastic. You had all your
Yep.
higher time frame biases. You had everything, and then straight
Yep.
away it executes on that bias. That's fantastic, right? In traders, what they sometimes do is they kind of get comfortable. They
Yep.
get comfortable to a certain stage that they decide not to do the same work for the second. And I'm this is
Bro,
an assumption right here, but
that's such a good way to explain it. That's such a good way to
for
say it.
the
Keep going.
second trade, as soon as you go onto the 1 minute, right? You click that 1 minute,
Yeah.
VJ, and
Yes. Yep.
if
Yep.
you click the 1 minute and you go back to the candle you entered on,
Oh,
I was like, what happened
God.
here? You know, so straight away I
Yeah.
saw
That's
VJ's
bad.
higher time frame bias straight away got invalidated.
Uh,
So not only did
yeah. It's
VJ's higher time frame bias got invalidated because it actually played out, right? You did correct and you got a little comfortable, and that's okay. We all go through it. But as soon as it started invalidating, VJ took it upon himself to re-enter a trade, but not re-enter on the same 5 minute or a little higher time frame. He straight away entered on the 1 minute. And he
yeah.
went for an absolute Hail Mary. We called it a lotto. But
Yeah.
it's like a trade that you
Yep.
just place it, and if it hits, it hits. And his price target
Yep.
was very, exponential. It's very far away. And straight away, I was thinking, I knew VJ got comfortable in this instance. He let his winners
Yep.
get to him, so he didn't put in the work
Yep.
for his next trade,
Yep.
and we straight away we
That's
see that.
absolute fact.
Yeah, and
That
in
is
that
absolute
one
fact.
minute,
Because I wouldn't have been so hasty. I wouldn't have been so hasty
yes,
if I knew the trade was right. And here's even more of a lesson. I was already a crazy big. Why did I have to trade 2 minis here? Why not 2 micros? Like what if I really believed in this, 3 micros. Then there's nothing bad that could happen.
and for your
But
price
instead,
targets, that's still a good sum of money,
it'd be fantastic. Yeah. And it would just feel good to hit it. Like, and this is the thing, like these type of entries, if they like these are essentially like a type of turtle soup, right? Like I'll be honest, on Friday I took an entry that gave me 80 points, just like this, but it was so much more thought out. It was like this type of entry, but like it came down like this. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
no, I
And it's
understand.
like, okay, and then you're like, I'll take a really light risk. I took it with 2 micros. You know what I'm saying? And it was like fantastic. Actually, I think I took it with 3 micros. And
Yes,
like this was just like insane. Like I knew it was too outside. It was just out of control. Just trading that just led me to like fuck around here, try to catch every single movie. I caught some moves and then I would lose it, and then I would catch some moves, and it wasn't until I like just like why this is straight and do like you just wait for stuff. And
I
this is on
thought
the 1 minute. Look at it on the 5. It's just disgusting.
yeah, I thought it was
Like
I thought it was
what?
very
What? What?
I thought it was very
Why?
ambitious, VJ, to be quite honest. And
It's
in
crazy.
this instance, you really saw it. You know, back on that one
Bro,
minute time
this is
frame.
where I made most of my money right here. This is where I made most of my money. This back.
Wow.
The only one that makes sense into this fair value gap, into this breaker. I was like, okay, probably doesn't need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And I think I got some of this too.
I just want to make this
Sorry.
quick link because we see this a lot with a very common trading behavior, and it'll happen to all of us as long as we're human. You know, back on that second trade on that 1 minute, straight away, when VJ, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, I think I'm about to cut out. Anyway, back
You
on
might cut out. You cut out for a second. Yeah.
back
You're
on
fine.
the second trade, right? The second trade on the 1 minute, VJ took his entry. It's a very ambitious trade. Why it's so trashy, this is actually a very unique trade, is because he got comfortable, and as soon as he started entering, and he actually got stopped out, right? So he got a loss out of that very ambitious. You know, he sat back and relaxed. I'm already green for the day, so I'm just gonna put on this trade, and straight away, as soon as he gets the retaliation for that behavior, VJ starts to lose his mind a little bit, and I actually kind of picked up with his behavior on the day. I was talking to him in a VC, but during this day, I remember quite specifically that VJ was very quiet
Yep.
while I was talking to him, and there was a reason for that. And I feel that every trader will relate to the behavior of slightly losing themselves because of a loss. You could have taken that loss and say, you know what, that's me. I'm done for the day. I'm already green or whatever. I can leave it and do something else. But VJ took to himself to continue trading, and he traded quite recklessly, to be honest. And he kept on entering and kept on entering, and he started scalping like he's done, like he was a beginner. And not only is that
Bro.
very, it's very deteriorating for your mentality, but giving back to those old urges of just scalpy trading
Bro.
is very destructive as a trader. And I feel like the main
Bro.
point I just want to say for this,
Uh,
for this point I'm trying to make is that you can be green, but as soon as you be red, you have the hint of FOMO or any sort of humblement. You have to be very quick to adjust yourself and your trading from then point forward. VJ absolutely should have stopped trading after that one red trade we see on the left. But because he didn't, he started fumbling. He started tumbling. It got worse and worse. More trades. Like, 5, 10, 15 trades later, VJ's red. Why? Because he let that red trade get to him. And he decided to let himself go and let himself be comfortable. It's a very common type of emotional roller
Here's a,
coaster that traders go through.
sorry, Luca, I didn't mean to
No,
cut
go
you
for
off
it.
there,
Go
man.
for it.
So to add on to that, like, so this trade, bad execution, like, okay, whatever. But like, this is what I did. Like, here's another trade. I actually had a 70 point trade here. Okay, there's like a 5 minute sweep, right, with all these like high sweeps into sort of like this order block into. Here, I'm gonna delete this for now. Okay, look at. You
Yeah,
mind?
go for it.
All right. And then like we get into the OTE after this like break of structure, and we sort of stay down here, not really like coming back in the range aggressively, right? And so I literally, this is how crazy this stupidness is. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, I literally lost a bunch of money here, and then went to micros on like my real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I like lost the account here, did more damage to myself here, made some money back here, did damage here, made some money back here.
Wow.
Yeah, like I had these like great trades where I just like, oh yeah, boom. And it's like for some reason didn't have faith that I was just gonna have a great trade or some shit. Just like lost my mind. That's why the next couple of days I'm like, dude, you're just gonna wait for your setups or fuck off. Did that and just killed
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think even here, I think I have my stop even like tighter. It's like, dude, these are like great trades. You could have even added here. You know what I'm saying? You could have even entered in here, and it's so great. It's like I'm getting all these fucking fucks, but then like for some reason, just in here, just like, you know what? It's going down. Oh my god, it went up. Oh, you know, it's not. Okay, I just lost a little bit on that. It was like $150, and just like putting up just bullshit.
Yeah. No,
All
I
that.
understand.
Yeah,
Yeah, it happens. I definitely
you
do
lose your
think
mind
it,
when
it
you're
was
trading.
it's a good lesson to be learned. But yeah, anything else to say, VJ?
No, I think I started this episode in the sour mood, so I apologize. I love you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It happens sometimes.
I feel better now, though.
But yeah,
Now that I
and
shut off these trash shows.
yeah,
Disgusting.
listen, um,
Disgusting.
yeah, we'll hit you guys back up. New episodes, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday. Every Monday and every Thursday, you better be fucking on this YouTube, our YouTube page, refreshing the fucking tab, or else we're gonna disappear. We're never gonna show up again. You know, we're not gonna be, you know, you'll never hear from us again. Do you want that? I
I
don't
hope
know.
not.
I don't know. I hope not as well. But listen, we appreciate the clips. Clips are fantastic. Yeah, VJ, what else?
Mm, that's about it. If anyone wants to, be like a loyal member of our special little server, or you want to, give us some like trash trades, maybe submit some, get
Yeah,
roasted a little bit. We'll be down. Learn a little bit. I don't know.
fuck yeah.
We do mostly SMC stuff, but that doesn't mean that if you trade other types of styles that you should be afraid. We used to trade a lot of pattern stuff, and boy, did we lose a lot. So we completely get it if you are. So please feel free to hit us up. We're just out here chilling.
Yes,
We have a shocking amount of haters, so it must mean we're doing something well. So we appreciate you guys, you know,
absolutely.
uh, holding us down with that. And
But yeah,
either way, we love y'all, and those of you guys that are enjoying the show and uh, liking the content, let us know by sending a message, like and subscribing, whatever you want to do. Send us a
fuck yeah.
cheesecake for fucking Christmas.
Oh,
Is that a thing that people do? We know
um,
mistletoe kisses is fine. Let me know you want a kiss. I'll come through.
I'll tell you something. There's
Just
something called panettone. It's an Italian
mm,
Christmas cake. I mean, if you want to
mm.
give me a quick little panettone, I'll be down. I'll be down. I'd
This
like it.
sounds sexual, but if that's what you want for Christmas, I got you. I
That's what
got
I
you.
want. That's what I want. Who's gonna buy it for
All
me?
right, Penis Tony. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Anyway,
Okay,
listen,
whatever you need.
we're gonna end this episode here. We appreciate you guys. Love the clips. Love everything. We love you guys. Thank you for watching. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.